This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. With the government shutdown now coming to an end, the USDA says full SNAP benefits for this month could start hitting accounts as soon as tonight. Over the last few weeks, those benefits stalled. Thousands of San Diego families have been turning to places like the San Diego Food Bank. The nonprofit released a statement. It said in part that it is grateful to every donor, volunteer, partner, and neighbor who stepped forward to help. The organization said their efforts ensured families affected by the shutdown had food on the table. The impact on air travel will also start to ease. The FAA announced flight cancellations will be capped at 6% rather than 10% as the agency assesses a return to full operations. San Diego International is one of the 40 airports where the FAA mandated flight cuts across the country. On Sunday, we saw almost 120 cancellations. Yesterday, there were 29 reported. The Transportation Secretary has warned it will take time for TSA agents and air traffic controllers to come back to work after not getting paid since October 1st. That's something travelers should keep in mind when they're dealing with delays. The other big story here in San Diego is, of course, the weather. It may look beautiful and sunny out right now, but there is a storm that's brewing off the coast, and people are gearing up for rain, especially in some of the most vulnerable communities along that Chollas Creek area. Those are the same neighborhoods devastated by the historic floods that happened back in January of 2024. Remember that? NBC7's Audra Stafford explains from Southcrest.
I'm here at the end of Beta Street. Chollas Creek runs right through this neighborhood, and this is one of the areas that was hit really hard by the flooding back in January 2024. I was here in the days after, and this entire street was coated in mud. There were cars up on top of each other, on top of fences, and some of the water lines in the home were as high as 7 feet. So this is one of the areas the city is really focusing on to make sure that what happened back then doesn't happen again. The city has been working on clearing storm channels, and crews say they'll be on standby 24/7 during the upcoming storm. But even with all of that preparation, some people in southeastern San Diego communities say they're worried about whether their neighborhoods can handle the coming storm. Some families in Skyline, Southcrest, and Chollas Creek are still recovering from those historic January floods, and they certainly haven't forgotten what can happen when you're not prepared.
Since then, we are more precautious, we are more alert to how we can work together as a community and as a team to get things more easily for us.
Many have also been working to prepare their homes by placing sandbags around their properties. The city and the county are both handing out free sandbags today. If you'd like to get some, just go to our website, NBC7.com, for a full list of locations. From Southcrest, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7.
And meteorologist Brooke Martell joins us now with a look at the rain headed our way. Hi, Brooke.
Hey there, and happy Thursday. Taking a look at what you can expect for this afternoon. Actually, really pleasant conditions countywide, even a little bit warmer for certain areas. But taking a look at the downtown region, you can see right around 2 o'clock, we could be reaching those low to mid 70s. Once we get into the evening commute, expect some increased cloud cover by that time, and temperatures tapering to about those mid 60s. Slight increase in chances for rain late tonight around 10, 11 o'clock, but better chances as we look ahead to tomorrow. Here's a look at the rest of your daytime highs. So if you're heading to the immediate coastline, we're right around those upper 60s, really close to where we should be. In some cases, we are trending just a few degrees below the seasonal average, but warmer over the inland valley communities, above average temperatures there. We're talking 70s up to those low 80s, and daytime highs over the mountain communities from the upper 60s to the mid 70s, and breezy conditions picking up this afternoon. Similar wind speeds actually over your desert region, close to 90 degrees today. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at what we can expect with the incoming rain.
Okay, thank you, Brooke. Ownership of the Padres could be trading hands. What we're learning about a potential sale of the team and whether the club will stay in San Diego. And new data reveals how students in the San Diego Unified School District are performing. We break down the numbers and how they compare to other districts across the state. That's coming up. Stay with us.
You count on the NBC7 team to kick off your day
I'm Stephen Luke alongside Marianne Kushi.
and help prepare you for the unexpected.
So weather alert this morning.
You count on updates on the big stories in our community
This is a story we have been covering for weeks now.
and seeing their impact on your life.
Tariffs are a major issue for San Diego.
This is going to impact me directly.
You count on solutions for the day ahead
And we have lots to tell you about.
because you need to make the most of your mornings. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. Big news from the baseball world. The Seidler family, controlling owners of the San Diego Padres, have announced their plans to look into selling the team. It was a decade ago that a group, including Peter Seidler, purchased the Padres organization. Seidler died in 2023. A Padres spokesperson told NBC7 that any deal to buy the club would likely include a provision that prevents a new owner from relocating the team. A recent CNBC evaluation estimates the Padres are worth $2.1 billion. San Diego Unified has released their performance data from the last school year. NBC7's Nicole Gomez spoke with the board about the promising new numbers.
Well, the district says it is very happy with the results. There are a few areas to improve on, but overall they feel the last school year was a success. The new data shows San Diego Unified leads large urban districts, including LA Unified, Fresno, Long Beach, and San Francisco Unified in several categories. Students improved in 6 out of 7 categories compared to last year. In math, students improved 4 points from last year, still 19 points though below standard. In English, students improved 5 points from last year, now 12 points above standard. Chronic absenteeism continues to be an issue. The rate did improve from 21% to 19%, but that's still much higher than the pre-pandemic 2019 levels when the rate was only 12%. College and career readiness was a standout, with the graduation rate increasing to 90% and readiness up to 66%, which measures enrollment in rigorous coursework, dual enrollment, and career pathway programs.
That's our job as an education system, that when our students come through our schools, graduate from high school, that they're ready to go out and succeed. We're a community that believes in our students, we invest in our students, and the results show that our students outperform the rest of the state.
Well, the district is concerned that immigration enforcement could have an impact on chronic absenteeism. Those numbers wouldn't show up until next year's results, but it's something they're keeping an eye on. Reporting from University Heights, Nicole Gomez, NBC7.
NBC7 meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at your rainy forecast right after this.
NBC7 and Telemundo 20. Weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts
Take a look here at our future weather.
in 2 languages.
Más de 3 pulgadas de precipitación.
You count on innovative tech
Look at our first alert Doppler radar.
from a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week
You count on early warnings
because we had pretty significant rain.
because you know every second counts.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7 and Telemundo 20.
I'm tracking your rain chances, and I want to show you this weather model here. So we know about that activity. It's happening over Northern California. They definitely got a good amount of rain today. But as this low continues to move in that southeast direction, it brings this cold front with it. We can actually see some of that moisture here inching closer to Los Angeles, Orange County. And this is a look at about 7:30 tonight, and one of many models that we look at when we're forecasting for you. But better chances for some of that moisture late tonight around 10 o'clock, but higher chances heading into your Friday morning. Pretty light and scattered is what it's looking like right now. But as we continue into Friday night and Saturday morning, some of that rain actually could become a little bit more intense and heavy at times. Here's what it looks like on the 10-day forecast. You can see those temperatures are really going to taper as well. Mid-60s over the upcoming weekend for the coast. Same thing actually for the Inland Valley communities. More rain chances by early next week, looking at the mountain communities, tapering to those 50s, maybe even some 40s and 60s for the desert region.
Thank you, Brooke. You can get up-to-the-minute weather updates through our NBC7 First Alert Weather app. Just scan the QR code right there on your screen. Start customizing it to your specific neighborhood. More coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.